Hello, welcome back to episode 33 of our Doleboy save with Mönchengladbach. We've had our first summer transfer window. It's a bit busy. We've also played our first competitive game as well. But we'll run through the transfers first. Then we'll show you that game. So we'll start with our first player. As I mentioned previously, we'd signed Peñalosa, the Colombian centre-back. He's actually come through to the team now. So he's running with a 2.5-star current with a 4 to 5-star potential. He came in for 5.25 million. We've also had Jacobo Diaz come in. Again, 2.5-star, 3 to 4 potential. And he's came in for 6 million. Another decent player. I think his is 6 rising to like 10, if I remember right now. The other player we'd already mentioned was Blenia Morales. 2-star, 4 to 5 potential. I have loaned him out at the moment. He's with Nuremberg, so just see where he gets up to. As we're aware, Sander Berge. 33 million, I believe it was for him. 33.5 million. So, more than happy with that. He's come in as one of my best centre mids, if not my best. We've managed to get Angerin on for another year loan. So similar to what we were paying him previously, we're just paying a portion of his wages. I think it's about 90%. But no obligation or no availability to purchase at the end. So I think it's just another season to get a good player under our belts. So that's good. However, he has broken his leg, so that's not good. We've also brought in on left wing for challenge or cover Darko Cherlinov. He cost us 11 million, but as you saw then, he's worth 25.5. So it was a minimum fee release clause, which I took them up on. Maybe a familiar face, if you remember. I tried to sign him with Chateauroux when he was leaving Fiorenze on a free, but he didn't. He went over to Braga. No, when he was left Setbull, I tried to sign him here on a free transfer. But he didn't, and he went to Braga. No, he went to Fiorenze, and then from then to Braga, and we signed him 17 million. Not sure why he was so cheap or readily available, but he's a star player. Operating only at Bundesliga level at 4 stars, which is strange, but very good potential on him. So I think he'll be one of our main centre backs for the next few years, which is good. 6'4", 20 jumping reach, 14 heading. That is what we like. He's also fast, and he's got all the other attributes you want. The only thing that's letting him down is probably his first touch and technique, but hopefully we can train them. But he's worth 28, so we've got a good deal on him, I think. Talking of familiar faces, we've bought in Chouameni. I believe it was like 1.8 million, 1.8 million. Really reasonable. As good as a few of our centre mids. And he's got a little bit of potential as well, so I thought that was useful. It was nice to have him back. He's a good player for us. Gets a bit frustrating every now and again, but he's he lines in quite well with the other players. I've done it. I've bought in Leroy. He's with us. We needed cover at fullbacks, both fullbacks. He was available because, as we knew, that Chateauroux got relegated. So there's a few players there. So now I brought him in for about 10 million. Yeah. 10 million. And he's already worth 15, and he's got potential, so I think that was a good idea. This is a bit harsh, I'm not sure about that. But he's operating at Bundesliga level, and he can improve in the future. So, I thought it was a good signing. And last but not least, we signed Julian Arthurber from Dortmund. He's 17, he's got 15 finishing and dribbling, 14 technique, 6'5", and he's not slow. I thought it was another good option to have, because we're playing 2 up top anyway. And we like a big forward. So I think he'll do a good job for us. All of his attributes are looking pretty tasty. 9.5 million. He was 17. And he's been with Dortmund. Oh, okay. It is only 4 seasons. So he even started the game and it was 13 here, apparently. But yeah, good player. I think he'll do us good. A little bit more than I'd want to play for a 17-year-old that isn't going to march into the first team, but with the potential, I think is going to be more than worth it. He's operating at a Bundesliga level already. So we'll go to our outs. I'll just jump onto that screen and I'll just show you. What I will do then is order it by fee, and I'll drag my little self over here. There we are. Right. We've got. Should we work top to bottom? Nico Elevede. I wasn't really considering selling him, to be quite honest. And then Watford came in. I was like, well, you've got to offer me a deal that I'm not going to turn down. So I asked for 30 million, and they says no. And I says, what about 27? And they said yes. So he's gone. He's out of here. We've also sold Davinson Sanchez. We bought in another centre-back that's better than him. I wasn't particularly happy with the time we had. I was trying to get rid of him for like 7 million. I was just trying to get him out of the door. But the board kept kicking it back, saying no, they want at least 14. And I kept selling him. And there's 4 times that he refused the team. But he ended up going for Frankfurt for the most money that anyone's offered. So the board did right there in rejecting it. But I was getting very frustrated. Our third centre-back out of this window is Mattia Gabbia. Not so sure about this one. He's a good player. I did like him. But I needed the money in to bring some of the other players in. So I've just kind of bit the bullet. I wanted to move Prince over to centre-back as well. So that was another centre-back we already had in the team. So. And the few youngsters that we brought in. A few youngsters that we've already got in our team as well that are very good. So I thought we could afford to drop him. Quaison, it was a bit of a struggle trying to get rid of him, but he did eventually go. I wasn't going to use him. Didn't really see much for him when I did play him. We did have a 17 million offer for Bologna, I think it was, but he turned them down. He turned someone else down at like 12 million and eventually went to Udinese for about 10.5, I think it was. Yeah. Brecalo, another winger, probably could have kept on with him because his versatility is quite helpful. He's good on both wings, but I wanted the money in. And I didn't think I was going to use him because we had Manuel Solomon coming back from loan, so I let him go. Amir Gojak, one of our centre mids, went for 9 to 11. Larogna, our right back, that annoyed me, went for 6.5. Ita, our left back, that didn't really get any game time under Prince. I let him go for 5. Vitri's gone for 4 million, our right back again. Damari Gray's went, but that was before our agreement, should we say? Agreement? I don't know what I'm talking about. That was before we were there, so it was a loan that was already in place with an agreement to purchase. Italiano went, another just not really useful player. We also got rid of Teku, who's just a youngster. He's gone out on loan again. But mostly is Kavecki. He did end up being my captain and team leader, but firstly he annoyed me because every time I'd ask him to speak to one of the team members, he'd say, shouldn't you do it yourself? So what's the point in having that button if my player's going to refuse? So I've loaned him out to Sporting, who aren't paying that much money. I don't think they're paying any of his wages, but they are paying like a set amount each month, which equated to just shy of his monthly wages. So I thought, I'd just bring him in. Let him go, should I say. And they've got a mandatory fee of 27.81 million as well. So that's going to come in, I assume, next season. You've probably noticed something already, but I'm not going to raise it because I'm going to tell you what happened. But Aldero, Leroy is on the right at the moment, but I am looking to bring in a right back because I don't have a right back. There's a fella on loan that it's not going to cost me a lot. I might bring in just because I don't really have a right back. And then there's another player who, well, there's some more money that I need to bring in, hopefully, just to bring in a right back. Otherwise, I'll have Leroy on that loan here, and Rasmus, wherever he's gone. I think he's in my under 18s, my B team, whatever they're called. But I'm hoping to move Leroy over to the left, put Annie next to Lucas, because then I'll have 2 6'4" centre backs with jumping reach of 20 and 19, so it'll be quite lethal at corners. Either way, Vanier is quite helpful in the air. It's a little bit short though, and his jumping reach isn't as good, but as a centre back, he's really good. So I'm happy with his purchase. So we've got Leroy, Anning, Lucas and Varnier generally. But as I say, Leroy will be over on the left. Anning will be in the middle. Varnier will be cover. Right back, whoever it is, will be there. Got Gonzalez and Thuram at the moment on the wing. But to be fair, probably look at playing him left-sided. To be fair, I can put Hugo out there and I can put Solomon over here. But I think whatever happens, I need to maybe look at another winger. Another winger and a right back. Centre-backs, we've got the Norwegian pair of Tagseth and Berge. We've also got a few other good centre-bits as well. Baumgartner, Busquets, Germaine, Asante can play there. And then we've got the usual two up front of Darami and Thuram. And then we've also got Arthur Bird that's going to play up there as well, along with Asante. Hugo can also, and Baumgartner. So there's quite a lot of... Well, there's not a few specific players for these positions. There's quite a few that are, play quite a few positions as well, which is helpful. Quite a bit of versatility. I've got the blind open, and I'm aware that if I move forward slightly, I'll have loads of lines on my head. I should really go and close them. I might do it in a second. Right, we'll get on to the cup game. It was convincing. Yeah. 19-0. I'm not going to make you watch the goals. And upsettingly, he ruled out this goal for offside. Would have been 20-0. 20? I didn't even play my full strength team. I've been singing from about here, we won 10, and then that actually happened, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I was like, I won 20. I think about 18-0. I was like, I won 20. But no, they ruled it out. I think it was like the lines were touching. If anything, I'm sure Thuram heads the ball back to him, but that one. Game finished. 19-0. Can't really be upset about that. But yeah, we played Sevilla in goal. We had Johansson at right back. We started Chubmane. I was playing that Jacobo Diaz. I was playing a few really good players, don't get me wrong, like Berge and Lucas and Anning at centre back, because I wanted to get those two pair playing. And I got my two strikers playing together as well. But I didn't play them full, like, first 11. Yeah. XG is 7.3. 19-0 against Arnold. Whoever he is. But I suppose what we should do, really, is get into the game. We'll play this. We've got Leipzig for our first game of the season. I will have a little twiddle through here. He's putting Lucas there and he's moving Busquets. I don't know why to do that. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know where that right back's gone. He must be set in my reserves. Sorry for hiccups. Ah, there he is. He's unregistered. Well, that's not helpful. We'll put him in. So I'd rather play him than others. I'll put him on the bench. I'll play Leroy because we know Leroy can do it. So Frankfurt, they weren't actually relegated at the time when we were talking about it. They were in the playoff positions. They ended up playing... I can't remember who the team were. I think it was Heidenheim or someone. They lost. They lost. Oh, it's hilarious. It just is. They got relegated. It just is a bit funny, isn't it? Should have signed me, shouldn't they? 3-2, they lost to Heidenheim. Thomas Jean was available, and I nearly signed him for 33 million. But I ended up pulling out because I signed Cherlinov, who looked at similar ratings to him. Obviously, that's not the case. But, it's a lot of money. I would have been able to afford him and the players I've got. And for the players I've got, I think I'm happy that I didn't have him to sacrifice them, if you know what I mean. But I'm happy with what we've got. The only thing we have got is Kwabena Asante is saying that he's unhappy. And he wants to play Champions League football. So I spoke to him, or he spoke to me, should I say, because he approached me. and says, if you want Champions League football, lad, someone's got to pay your release fee, which I think is like 98 million. So he says, okay, hopefully someone comes in for it. So we're on good terms. But yeah, he's looking for a way out. So we may very well have more money in for that right back. I suppose we should start the game. It's got Baumgartner up top, but I'd rather not play him up top. I'd rather just start Arthur then, if that's the case. Just check his footedness. I think I've done this already, but I can't remember. Oh, he's weak left foot, very strong right foot. So we'll play him on the right. I can't think which one's the best one. Would he be cutting him? Would he be hitting it on his outside? I assume we play him on the right because he's right-footed. I might train him up on his weaker foot as well. But I've been babbling on for about 18 minutes now. What I should do is start this game, shouldn't I? I'll do that after. Berg, Tagseth, Gonzalez, Turan's been pushed out wide. I just don't know. Don't know how I feel about Turan being pushed out wide. I'm going to play Solomon. I'm going to play Turan up top then. We'll do that, what we're going to play anyway. Did you notice that one of my strikers had 6 goals and 2 assists from the first game, and the other one had 4 goals and 5 assists? It's disgraceful. What were they playing at? So we've got the game here. I am just going to change some of these because they are on for when we're playing against that weaker team. It's probably not necessary to be getting all in their face, is it? But no, if you scored 19 goals in the previous game, you've got to be coming into this absolutely bouncing, haven't you? We'll see what happens. The head Jota then, I genuinely thought it was the one that played for Villa from Blues. It's not. Because this one's good. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Right. Good head from Lucas, that is. Berg's already booked. Oh, ref. Ooh, that's controversial, that is, ref. I'd have definitely said that was a penalty. Not necessarily. Do we want to stop him getting through on goal? No? Ah, he's kicked it about 17 yards wide. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't panicked. You were panicked. Let's drag these out. Why is it telling me about friendlies? I don't need friendlies. What I do need is the Bundesliga. Yes, Hoffenheim won 5-1. It's a pretty good start to the season for him. So, Lilian Thuram's breaking on this for us. He's got a few people in the middle. He skips like the defender like he's not there. What am I doing over here still? Woo! Right, where I am. There. Don't know if that's the right place. Looks about right. So, Tagseth and Berg standing on each other. Norway must have quite a tasty team then with those two in midfield. They've got Haaland and Odegaard as well, along with about 3 or 4 other players that are decent. Pretty good country at the moment. Don't know where that's came from. Get it out. I thought that was just going to roll into the corner and the goalie's just going to be like, oh dear, whoopsie. Plunker. I'm feeling like our people aren't awake. They need to get over there. They're thinking they can 19-0 every game now. I think, there it is. Dennis Dragush. I don't even know if he's real. I've got to be honest. I don't recognise that name one bit. I don't think he is real. Yeah, why not? Is this Varnier? It's a bit questionable, that was, wasn't it? Should we see if Dragush is real? He is. So it's standard at the start of the game. Right. Thrash Arms, far from pleased. Get out there. All they're looking for, I think, is top half. Solomon's injured. That's not helpful. I guess we're playing that winger that we were talking about. Or do we want to play Shirley now? No, we'll put Arthur on. We want to play Shirley now. We'll take Taramov in a bit. Or even Durami. So, I'm going to kick that back up. So I appreciate the calibre of the opposition is completely different, but we don't even look a shadow of the team that we were a week ago. That was... Then again, I think we only had 3 shots against us in that game. Whereas they've probably had that comfortably. Go on to Ram. Ah, that's a shame. I want to know how many shots I've had now. 9. Is he applauding the fans? Because he just ran the ball out of there. It's not what you do, mate. I don't even know where our fans are. I suppose they're in white, so they're probably not showing up. As obviously. Well, that isn't what we wanted. God, it puts the fear of God in me when the ball's rolling towards the area and the defenders are just walking backwards slowly. You just see the striker just piling towards it. Oh, here are our fans. Oh, that's a pen for me, ref. Sort yourself out. I'm going to give them a proper round of them in the press conference now, because they're going to score from this. What a save. We'll encourage. Ordero, he wants this today. It's a shame his whole team are letting him down. Right, let's get Cherlinov on. Do we want to bring Jacobo Diaz or Cherlinov? We'll put Diaz on. First being a winger. Played that whole game. He didn't really do anything against Arnold Zville, or whatever they're called. Go on, tag. Oh, what's happened here then? The ball's gone back out. That's good. Well, it was a good cross, but no one decided to attack it. It really annoys me. I wish I'd have just shown you the 19-0 now. Just gone through them highlights and just not even put the game. What's the point? Talk to you about that. You've been here for 14 hours and you've just seen me getting beaten quite comfortably by a very good team. I'm going to fire him. I will go more attacking, but I don't believe I can. Fun. Right, Sandberg, Seth. Don't know what to pronounce these names. Oh, that's a good ball. Arthur Burt. I nearly had one on his debut. So, is there anything I can do? Don't believe there is. I'm just letting all this roll about in the background. Sandberg is having a terrible game. Let's bring Chuamanian. Why not? Go on, Leroy. Lob it in, lad. Oof. Yeah. Big throw, though. Just need to be doing it. Right, get your head on that. I did say I would hope that we'd see Leroy again later in the save. It turns out we have. It's just a hell of a lot sooner than thought. I was kind of expecting when he was late 20s and in his prime. That's just too easy. I think I've got to have a look at both the centre-backs in this game. It's just crap. Wanders down the wing, passes it across the mouth of the 6-yard box, and then one of their players smashes it into the net. Who's this? Is this Lucas? Leroy? Oh, it's Leroy. So where's Lucas then? There he is. And then is this Varnier just having a chat with Anning? Yeah, of course it is. Both of my centre-backs are still talking to my full-backs. I'm kicking off here. I'm kicking all sorts under the desk. Welcome back. I was having a wonderful time in that last game as well. It's all been spoiled. I'm not sure how much of the transfer window is left. I don't think there's much at all. Don't make it full. I won't mind, but Waldero's actually had a decent game as well, and he still had to pick the ball out of his net 3 times. I'm going to berate him. The dynamics haven't actually been battered by all these changes. So I've just got anyone that's sort of kicking up any sort of stink. Just get out. think I've got 3 players at the moment, and there's Baumgartner because I tried to sell him and he's upset. There's Tagseth, no, not Tagseth. There was Asante because he wants to play in the. We handled it. Tagseth because he wants to play in the Champions League, and someone else for something. I can't remember what. I could very well have sold him. I think it was Fran, but I don't know. We'll have a look. But no, everything else is going alright. The team don't hate me anymore. That instead of just being mostly red, it's now like slightly in the green. So, but that was just shortly after the last game. So I feel that that's going to be changed now. Oh, that's fantastic. Brilliant. Is it too late to do something with that? Probably. We've got 180 seconds to try and do something with this now. Less than. Jumani, Texas, Gonzalez, Arthur. Oh. How did he manage? Do you know what? It's his first game. I'll give him a break. 17. I'll give him a break. Lucas has just hit the bar. Give me a break. Can't expect to come in and just smash Leipzig. But, yeah, when the cohesion's kicked up, because I don't think I'm going to be making too many changes now. My whole back four is young. The only thing I want... I think my player's just tackled my other player. The only thing I do need is another fullback, maybe another winger. But everyone else in my team is quite young, so there isn't a lot of overhaul I think it's going to be over the next season or two. And I think this team is probably going to be the one that I'll stick with for a little while until one of the big boys come in. Because just to go to another team that's decent in the league doesn't kind of make sense to me. So yeah, it's not too bad to be fair. Oh, majority of support has dropped off now. But the atmosphere is quite good. It's dropping off a little bit. Cohesion's quite well as well, actually. That's kicked up noticeably. Oh, Turan was the last one because he's unhappy that I sold Bukala. And then I told him that I'm looking to improve the squad. And I believe I've already done it because the day after I was signing Cherlinov. One of my team leads is unhappy, but I don't think he's unhappy a lot. Shall we see if Turan will do something about it? Oh, I nearly shouted at him. Just discipline him. Right. Have a chat with Baumgartner for me, lad. Brilliant. Just have a chat with him. That's all I want. Are you going to do it? No, I've just upset the other one now. Fantastic. Really annoys me when the team leaders and the captains won't talk to the other ones. I used to love Parolo in my Lazio save. He'd talk to everyone and talk them all down as well. So we'll come back next episode for Hertha Berlin and the Bayern Munich games. But if you've liked that, if you can give me a like, subscribe with the button on the screen, flick my bell, the usuals. Thank you for your time.